Hi, this is Ruben Chavez, engineering intern from Saratech, and welcome to our tips and tricks tutorial series. Thank you for watching this video on creating nonlinear material properties. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more helpful tutorials. If you have any suggestions or specific requests for tutorials on topics you'd like us to create, please add them in the comments below. Additionally, if you have any questions about anything covered in this video, please be sure to ask your questions in the comments below. If you'd like to see other tutorials like this, please check out our other videos here on our YouTube channel. We also offer our online customer enablement series held on the first and third Thursday of each month. This is a free 30-minute live video tutorial series where our software experts will share their tips, techniques, and knowledge that will help sharpen your skills. To sign up for this series, please contact us at info@saratech.com. In this video, we will be covering how to create nonlinear material properties. As you can see, for this video, we will be using a rectangular block as our geometry. This geometry has no significance and is only chosen for simplicity reasons. Alright, so let's get into the content of this video. So we're going to go to File, we're going to scroll down to All Applications, we're going to go to Simulation, and we're going to hit Pre/Post. Once this loads up, it's going to take you to this screen. Right here, we're going to go to our Simulation Navigator. We're going to click on our part. We're going to right-click on our part. We're going to go to New FEM and Simulation. We're going to make sure that our solver is SimCenter Nastran and our analysis type is structural. We're going to click OK. We're going to let it load. This might take a second. For our name, we're going to go to Nonlinear Material Properties. We're going to have it at SimCenter Nastran structural. The only thing we're going to change is our solution type. We're going to go to 106 Nonlinear Statics. And we're going to go to Create Solution. From here, we're going to go to our case control. We're going to edit our nonlinear parameters. And we're going to change the number of increments to 20. Enter. Everything else can stay the same. We're going to click OK. And then we're going to click OK once again. Okay, so from here, let's go to our Manage Materials. We want to click on that. We want to go to Library Materials. We want to scroll all the way down to Steel. Once we find steel, we want to right-click on it, hit copy, let it load, give it a second. Alright, so now we have all this information. So we want our Young's modulus and our Poisson's ratio to be constant. So let's change this to 29.9 e to the 6. Enter. Capital E, sorry about that. 6, enter. And let's change our units from kPa to PSI, and then let's change our Poisson's ratio to 0.3, enter. Then let's scroll down a little bit to stress strain H. So from here we want to hit equal, we want to hit new field, and then we want to hit table. For our independent variable, we want to select strain, and then from here we can go to our definitions and enter our first data point 0, 0. And then from here, we're going to populate the rest of the table, so we'll be back with that once it's done. So now that our table is populated, we're ready to go. From here, we can just click OK. And we'll scroll down to our initial yielding point. And this is equal to the first data point that we entered. In our case, it's 35,000. So once that's done, we can hit OK. Wait for it to load. We're going to right-click on Steel 1. We want to rename it. Let's click nonlinear steel, enter, and that should be it. From here we can just hit close, and that's how we created our material. The only things you really need to know is what's going to vary and what's going to stay the same. In our case, our Young's modulus and our Poisson's ratio stayed the same, while our stress and strain varied. And that's going to do it for us today on creating nonlinear material properties in SimCenter. Thanks for watching our tips and tricks tutorial series. This is Ruben Chavez, engineering intern at Saratech. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and please don't forget to post any questions down in the comments below. Also, don't forget to check out our other support videos here on our YouTube channel, and tune into our customer enablement series every first and third Thursday of the month. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.
Thanks for checking out our channel. If you like what you saw, make sure to like and subscribe down below so you don't miss out on any new videos. Follow us on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter for the latest engineering news and information. And to see all of our upcoming events, please visit our website at saratech.com/events.